tonight. The girls are allowed to perform 2 vaults in this all-around competition, the best of those vaults counting towards their all-around score. Michelle hails from Perth, Western Australia, an experienced international for Australia. Roundoff, Yushchenko full twist. That's a competent landing. Let's remember she has 2 vaults here, so perhaps she'll be looking for us
on the balance beam. Beginning with a superb move, very original choreography. She'll be well rewarded for the judges for that move. Romania, a very strong nation, ranking 2nd in the world in women's gymnastics, and we're seeing a member of the Romanian national team.
We should expect big things from these ladies tonight, as demonstrated by that excellent acrobatic series, flicked to 2 layout step-outs, and she nailed it solid.
And the required leap series, a bit low on those leaps, but a very small deduction.
The Romanians known for their composure and their tough-mindedness in competition. And we'll see that reflected here in the routine. She's very sure of herself. All movements completed with exactness. Her next acrobatic series here, Corbett Salto.
The girls now are allowed to have that concentration before a difficult acrobatic series. Well-landed routine from Isabella Countess of Romania.
Superb work, Peggy, and if that's the what we're going to expect tonight, we're in for a great competition.
Yes, I think Isabella's thrown down the challenge to the rest of the competitors. See the moment of concentration, and there's the Corbett Salto. Perfectly landed, perfectly controlled. Beautiful work on the beam. Step forward.
Isabella Lakatis, great precision, very assured, 9.65.
And on vault now for Australia, Kylie Shadbolt. Kylie is one of our veteran international performers who at 18 years of age has won the 17-year-old, choosing to mount from the high bar. There's her Kachev straddle. Very unique elements here. Stole to handstand. Straight away changed to the low bar. The gymnast required to move to the low bar twice during their routine. Another full twist. Moving through handstand giant swing. Preparing for dismount. Double pike solo. Oh, excellent routine. A very solid landing from Stubjataya of the Soviet Union. And in replay now, we can see her kipping to handstand on the high bar. The uneven bars routine consists of 10 elements, predominantly swing movements. The girls generally dismount from the high bar, and here we see the double back somersault and pike position. Excellent form, solid landing from Stubjataya of the Soviet Union.
And a 9.7, that is a good start from the Soviet. She should be in the top 5 all night.
And now on vault, Monique Allen of Australia. The same vault as Kylie. Oh, beautifully performed. Handspring 1.5 front somersault. The Australians can do no wrong on their first apparatus. In replay. Hands to the horse for the handspring, and there's the 1.5. Coach standing in for that extra security for the release. Beautiful Jaeger somersault. The gymnast must touch the low bar at least twice during the routine and have 2 changes of direction during her 10-element routine. Second release there, Kachev, straddle. Dismount, double front somersault, half twist. We've only seen one of those here tonight. Beautiful routine by Golov of the Soviet Union. That routine demonstrated all we've come to expect of an international bars routine. 2 releases, 10 movements, predominantly swing. Here we see her preparation for her dismount, reverse giant, double front somersault, half twist out. Quite extraordinary, but well performed.
And Golub is expected to be in the Soviet team for the Worlds. 9.775 on the uneven bars.
And we always look forward to the Romanian floor routines, their choreography, their difficult tumbling, and their expression.
Peggy, first tumbling pass here. Round or flick-flack, full end double salto, well landed.
The Romanians very, very active in their choreography, never using every second of the music. Even in the corners when they're preparing for their tumbling runs.
It's important during these floor exercise routines that the gymnast uses every part of the floor area. We saw her second tumbling pass there, finishing with a very difficult double somersault. The Romanians certainly very expressive. Their movements definitely suit the character of the music. A very good handstand pirouette. Now these routines tonight are being judged out of 9.6 points, with an additional 0.4 being given as bonus for exceptional level work. The Romanians are certainly capable of that. Last tumbling pass, double back, slightly cowboyed the legs there. A very strong routine by the young Romanian gymnast.
And the Romanian gymnast, she finished 4th at the recent Junior Europeans, and we can easily see why.
Very strong tumbling here. Whip salto through to double back salto, and a solid landing for Lakatos of Romania.
And right into their expressive movements on floor.
Well, she landed all her passes. She was always going to get a good mark. 9.8 for Isabella Lakatos.
And now on bars, Joanna Hughes from Australia. Certainly the greatest gymnastic prospect we've seen in many years. Watch this routine, a sky-high Delchev somersault. Joanna Hales from Victoria, and this is only her second major international event. Full twisting double salto, excellent routine. She's our youngest national team member, and yet she's performing like a veteran. That will be well rewarded by the judges. She's pleased. Her coach, Fiona Colbert, should be rightly pleased. And here in replay, we can see the excellent body lines of this young Australian. Tremendous extension in the joints, and there's a full twist and double salto, and she nailed that solid.
Joanna Hughes continuing to amaze us with maturity beyond her tender years. 9.8.
We pick up Ludmila Stobjataya of the Soviet Union on the balance beam. Certainly the women's most difficult piece of apparatus. Executing a leap with full amplitude, no worries at all.
On beam, the gymnasts are required to link acrobatic movements with gymnastic and dance elements. The gymnasts are required to show at least one acrobatic series. Here's one now. Flick-flack. Full twisting Corbett salto. Very difficult to spot that and land.
Interesting and an original piece of choreography on the beam.
What's interesting there, Peggy, is the girls must show movements high above the beam and low to the beam, and she certainly satisfied that requirement.
Would have satisfied it with originality, and that's most important. Full pivot with total confidence.
At this stage, a very assured performance. She's only got to complete a dismount now. The beam 5 meters long. The gymnast generally uses the entire length to build up speed for a very high dismount. Here it is, round off. Full twist, double back salto, low landing, but that's the most difficult dismount there is. An excellent routine by the Soviet gymnast.
Let's have a look at some of her work, her tumbling on the beam. That full twisting Corbett salto, very, very difficult, and even the form and body position is excellent. the risk and the danger, moving directly into the originality and choreography.
9.85 for Stovchatai.
And again, we hope to see some good choreography, excellent tumbling, and wonderful expression.
It's interesting to note that the girls tend to choose traditional music from their home nation, and this certainly has a European flavour to it. Oh, excellent job. Whip salto through to full in double back. Possibly one of the strongest tumbling passes seen by the women here tonight.
Beautiful amplitude in the leaps. And even though those movements don't have any specific value, they just add to the routine and give that gymnast that extra 0.1 and 0.2.
Yes, the choreography is very important, Peggy, and we see from these international gymnasts the best choreography that they can be shown. That's an interesting movement, a little side somersault. Preparing for a third tumbling pass now. Generally, the gymnasts tumble down the diagonal of the 12-metre square as they have the greatest distance to complete their tumbling movements. Round off, back handspring, double salto, very solid landing. This was a composed performance tonight.
And for Lavinia of Romania, a fantastic routine.
In replay, whip salto through to the full twisting double back salto. You can see the full twist there in the first somersault, a most difficult tumbling pass.
And that 9.85 for Milosevic is the top score on the floor.
Tobias Kylie Shadbolt of Australia. Kylie's very strong in this event. Straddle mount over the low bar, straight to the high bar. Girl's required to show 10 elements. There's her first release. But look for the second. Here it is. Oh, beautiful Delchev somersault. Back to the low bar. The girls must touch that low bar twice during performance. Giant circles, very clean so far. Good rhythm, double salto. Oh, magnificent. What a fine routine. Kylie's over the moon, and so she should be.
Kylie was the first Australian women's artistic competitor to win a gold medal in international competition.
In replay now.
Seiko Grand Prix. The next
Giant
competitor
swings.
tonight is on the team.
Excellent amplitude in these long swings. Straight into the double somersault. Look at the height, clean legs, and spotted the landing solid.
And that routine is right up there with the best that the Europeans have to offer, 9.825.
To the vault for Yang Bo of China. Again perform the Euroshenko with full twist, just a little low on landing.
What a colorful leotard, and I'm sure we'll see a colorful floor routine.
Ludmila, 17 years of age and hails from Odessa. Soviets known for their strong tumbling. Here's the first pass. Round off, flick back, double layout salto, beautifully performed. Often seen performed by the men, but here by one of the strong Soviet performers tonight.
Again, using the ethnic music. It's very popular and very crowd-pleasing.
She certainly knows how to sell this routine. And that's evident here with this handstand walk. Great choreography.
Now that's all original choreography. That's fantastic.
But this isn't surprising, as the Soviets have been dominant in gymnastics, but particularly so on floor exercise, where their choreography, their dance is always exceptional. Second tumbling pass, whip salto, double pike. Oh, no problems there. This is equal to any floor routine you're likely to see anywhere in the world.
And Ludmila certainly could be one of their team members at the next World Championships.
Just one tumbling pass to go now. Round off, back handspring, full in back salt. She's used two of the highest difficulty movements, one at the beginning of the routine and one at the end. What a world-class performance.
She has to be pleased. In fact, I'm not sure what the judges can take from that routine.
I would agree, Peggy. That was a tremendous performance. Here in replay, we can see some of these small linking gymnastic movements. Tremendous control on her handstand turns.
Fabulous choreography.
And that 9.825 for Stovchataya is second only to Milosevic on the floor.
And now on vault. Oh, beautiful performance by Lavina Milicevic of Romania. A very dramatic start to this routine. Again, an excellent choice of music. The music must match the movement of the gymnast. First tumbling pass, whip salto, full in, double back salto.
Superb beginning. Fulfilling the requirements with leaps, with the handstand pivot, but with just that slight difference which makes it original.
This young lady has a definite presence, and it suits this dramatic nature of this floor routine. Second tumbling pass there, finishing with a full twisting back salto. The floor routine must not last longer than 1 minute 30 seconds. Last tumbling pass, double salto. Well performed, a solid performance by Gulov of the Soviet Union.
Very interesting just to finish with the double back salto.
Unusual, Peggy. Normally the girls do have some form of choreography, some dance to finish on, but the girls must show an element of difficulty to finish their routine, whether it be dance or tumbling. Here in replay we can see one tumbling pass, full twisting back salto.
And a 9.75 there for Golub. She's still an outside chance for a medal if she's very strong on the vault.
On bars, the Chinese Cup gold medalist Shi Liying, only 14 years of age. Oh, beautiful. There's a unique movement. They're inverted giant swings taken from men's horizontal bar, but here seen for the first time in the world on uneven bars. Two releases in this routine. Sky-high Kachev, now preparing for dismount. Look at the speed of these swings. Double salto. Oh, magnificent. Just the smallest hop on landing. That was a world-class performance, and we saw here demonstrated tonight a new movement on the uneven bars. Here it is, the inverted giant swing. Look at the position of those hands. Straight into her Jaeger somersault. Look at the height. It's well above the bar before she catches. Movement to the low bar, the girls required to use both bars. That's the character of the apparatus. But this has been a world-class routine, certainly deserving of a very high score. Kipping through to handstand now.
A 9.9, a fitting reward for a unique routine from Shi Liying.
A very special gymnast, Yang Bo of China. Yang Bo took the gold medal in this event at the inaugural Australian Grand Prix in 1989. Watch for these sky-high releases, trademarks of the Chinese girls. Beautiful Jaeger somersault there. Excellent rhythm so far on the routine. Full twisting giant swing. Double salto. Oh, just lacked that sureness in landing, but still a great routine from Yang Bo, who now is a mature young lady at 17 years of age. And now in replay we can see movement from the low bar to the high bar in preparation for the dismount. Very strong body shapes by the Chinese gymnast. Full twisting giant swing. Here's the dismount, just a little under-rotated, and she steps back there. Still a good routine by Yang Bo.
And maybe that strapped left ankle resulting in a lack of confidence with the landing, but still a 9.8 for Yang Bo of China.
And now on vault, Lakatis of Romania. 20-metre run, Another Yushchenko vault. Oh, nice vault. Plenty of height there for that landing. Coach standing in just as a little added safety for these high-flying releases. Good rhythm at this stage. There it is. Ginga Soldo, legs were slightly apart. Gymnast must move to the low bar. Beautiful composition at this stage. There's the second release. Girls only required to show one release on uneven bars. But at this level of competition, we've come to expect 2 or 3. Full twisting double Soldo. Great routine.
The current leader in this competition.
She'll be pleased. Now this competition is turning into a titanic struggle between this young lady on bars and the Soviets and Australian gymnasts. Here in replay we can see her combinations from the low to the high bar. Kachev release on the high bar. Ready for a dismount. Now look for the full twist in the first somersault. Full twist, double Soldo, beautiful landing for Milizovic of Romania.
And she's been leading since the second rotation. That could be a gold medal performance, 9.825.
Of China, Yang a finalist in this event at World Championship level. And also the gold medalist on beam at the first Australian Grand Prix.
Yang Bo, one of the most accomplished and innovative competitors on balance beam, starting with a planche into a leap. Confident, poised, and graceful.
First tumbling series, that's interesting. Oh, beautifully performed. A one-arm back handspring into 2 layout back somersaults.
Fantastic work from Yang Bo. The presentation, in particular, if we look, she works on her toes, and she points the toes all the time. Everything is finished. Magnificent blind leap.
Excellent change of tempo on this routine. And that just adds to the quality of the performance. Here's another, oh, very difficult. We expected a tumbling series there, but she performed a full twisting courbet, one of the most difficult acrobatic movements on balance beam.
Again, speeding up the tempo with simple steps, but again, difficult on a balance beam.
Dismount, double Soldo, she's got to land. Oh, great job. Great job indeed by Yang Bo of China. We've come to expect these supreme performances on beam from this young lady, and she hasn't disappointed us tonight. And here in replay, there's that one-arm back handspring into 2 layout back somersaults. Extreme difficulty demonstrated here by Yang Bo of China.
That's why she was first on the beam in the World Cup, 9.95. That's just 5 100ths from perfection.
And Monique Allen of Australia on floor exercise. Her last apparatus tonight. Monique's maturity will be well seen here. First tumbling pass, whip Soldo through the double back. No problem at all for Australia's best gymnast.
And Monique, so elegant, so beautiful, and just performing as a true seasoned competitor. No worries about pressure at all.
And we'll see that here in a second tumbling pass. The second of 3. Oh, beautiful. 1.5 twisting back salt punch front. Actually a new movement for Monique. And there we see a 1 3/4 front somersault. Those are movements she's only added in the last 12 months. And when you consider her age, she's still improving at 19 years of age.
An amazing feat for a young woman. It's very difficult to continue improving in gymnastics as you get older and older.
And when you consider that Monique has to compete against girls 4 and 5 years her junior, it's even a more remarkable feat that she keeps performing at this high international level.
And still #1 in Australia.
Absolutely. No problems with the routine so far. Last tumbling pass. Roundel flick-flack, double back Soldo. Well landed. The girls must only show 1 pass with 2 soldos, but Monique has shown 2. What a beautiful routine by Australia's Monique Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monique Allen. Now to the balls. And New Zealand's
And Monique Allen talking with her coach, Ju Ping.
In replay, here's that second tumbling pass, 1.5 twist back sold, immediate punch front, showing the combination of back and front tumbling. This is quite unique. Straddle jump, punch 1 3/4 front somersault. That's a difficult part, something that will demonstrate risk and be well received by the judges.
9.7 for Monique Allen. That could almost be enough to force her way into the top 3. We'll have to wait and see.
And now on bars, Lakatis of Romania. Romanians noted for their dynamic swinging bars routines. Kachev straddle, returns to the low bar. Excellent use of full twisting circles on the low bar. The speed of the Romanians' work is certainly well done indeed. The speed of the work is obvious, and that led to a beautiful double somersault dismount.
now on the beam, ladies and gentlemen, Laura Timmins representing Great Britain.
In replay, we can see the Kachev straddle. The dynamic nature of the Romanians' bars routines just adds to the flavour of their work. There was a slight brush of the feet against the floor that wasn't noticeable earlier. That will receive about a 0.1 deduction from the judges. Giant swing full turn, leading into the double somersault. Just that one small hop on landing.
And a 9.775. She should secure the silver medal with that.
And now on floor exercise, Australia's Joanna Hughes.
And Joanna noted for her very high tumbling and strong tumbling.
Joanna at just 13 years of age. First tumbling pass, full twisting double somersault. She's the youngest girl in Australia to perform that very difficult tumbling pass.
Beautiful amplitude on those leap series.
I think that's a hallmark of hers, Peggy. All of her work is so dynamic. The music reflects that. Here's the second tumbling pass. Round off, flick flack, whip back, double salto. Oh, plenty of room. Spotted that landing. What a tremendous young competitor for Australia. She's out to impress the judges tonight.
So calm and so confident in the work she does. She just attacks the routines. Joanna's currently ranked 3rd in Australia.
And very deserving of that position, considering she is so young, has just earned her place in the national team this year. Last tumbling pass. Now everything rests with a solid landing on this tumbling pass. Round off, flick flack, double salto. Oh, excellent. No problem at all for Joanna Hughes of Australia. The crowd's responding to that, and so they should. It's hard to believe that she's only 13 years of age, Peggy.
And what a star for the future.
Absolutely. And here in replay, we'll see some of her tumbling movements. Round off, flick flack, whip back salto, plenty of acceleration, straight into the double back somersault. Look at the height there. Knees a little straddled, but what a sure landing.
A 9.825.
And the first person in Australia to win a gold medal on this event was Kylie Shadbolt.
And that was at the first Australian Grand Prix, 1989, here in Brisbane.
And she'll be out to try and win it again.
First tumbling pass, full twisting double salto, a little low on landing, but still an excellent performance.
What I enjoy about Kylie's work on floor is not only her difficulty, but it's her presentation. Look at the expression that she gives to her floor routine.
She really does sell this routine, and that's appreciated by both judges and audience alike. Second tumbling pass. This routine is chock-a-block with difficulty. Double pike salto. Oh, she's out of the area. That will incur a 0.1 deduction. But apart from that small error, there are still no major errors in this routine. Everything rests on this last tumbling pass. Round off, flick-flack, double salto, good performance, Kylie.
Beautiful, superb presentation.
We've come to expect that from our premier floor exercise worker, Kylie Shadbolt of Australia.
And in particular for this crowd, Kylie Shadbolt of Queensland.
Before we bring the gymnasts back to the presentation, therefore we invite the gymnasts and the judges.
Here in replay, one of Kylie's tumbling passes. Very powerful gymnast, strong run, round off, back handspring, very high double salto, knees slightly apart, but what an excellent finish to a superb routine by Queensland's own Kylie Shadbolt.
And the 9.6 for Kylie Shadbolt to round off the evening. She's very popular here in Brisbane. And there are the final standings for the women's individual all-round competition. Gold medal for Lavinia Milisovic of Romania. A quinella for the Romanians, Isabella Lakatis picking up the silver medal, and Ludmila Stovchataya of the Soviet Union picking up bronze, and Monique Allen of Australia missing out on that third placing by just 1/10 of a point.